Hello, lovelies, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you are new. My name is Tari here at I'll Define Myself, and we are going to go ahead and dive into the spiritual message for the month of February. This is going to be for all of my Geminis. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in the sign of Gemini, this message is for you. Okay? Hello, my Geminis. I hope that you are well. Sending peace and love and light. I hope that you've been caring for yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first message we have coming through is intention for you all, okay? So, intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Hmm. Gemini, is there something that you should be setting intention for? Is there something you need to be more intentional with? Is there a goal or perhaps or a bigger picture in place? Are you navigating your relationships with intention? I'll be curious to see how this all comes together for you. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Gemini coming through? Let's see. Intention. Hmm. You know, it's interesting because I'm stuck on intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. Meaning, right? Aligning your mind with the will of the divine, which there's a level of definitely trust. Um definitely trust that comes through, but also like there's a fine line between, or there's a delicate balance, I will say, between allowing the will of the universe to run its course and having the mental perspective of ultimately this is for the highest good. This is happening for me, not to me. Or this isn't about me, right? And I am moving with those things in mind, and while still allowing, because it's going to happen either way, right? So leaning into it versus pulling away from it is going to make a huge difference. You have self-love coming through. Show me how to love myself, show me how to take care of the inner child, show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. Okay, so with this, for a number of you, it could be, again, just needing to exercise some self-love, um, taking care of yourself, but more than anything, forgiving yourself. Okay? Sometimes there is a reason for how we move and respond and react to things in life, okay? For some things, it's a conditioning. For some things, it's a traumatizing experience. For some things have stemmed out of codependency, whatever, a lack, just all of the above, right? But where it becomes a hold in certain situations, okay, is when you have not forgiven yourself for those things, or things you maybe wish you had done different, or what you had to move, blaming yourself, just like all of the things, right? Forgiveness is the key to self-love. Okay? it's definitely an important aspect of it. And there's a part of me that feels like maybe there are some of you guys out there that are struggling with forgiving yourself for something. And it could be a number of things, but I'm going to tell you now, look, none of us are perfect out here. Okay? And as someone who has also struggled with self forgiveness at times, just feeling like, man, like I'm smarter than this. This shouldn't have even been the case. This shouldn't have even been a thing. And it was like, how? How did this happen to me? We have feelings coming through. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. Something has a hold on you. And it's not a good hold, Gemini. It's not a good hold. Um, but I'm not gonna equate it to a good or a bad hold. But it is something that you need to let go of. And there's something that you have not forgiven yourself for, and it could be multiple things, but it is impacting you being able to be intentional with your relationships. You could be acting, and again, it can be two things can exist at once, right? You can be acting out of love, but you can also be acting out of guilt. Um, your love could be not 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 stemmed in guilt or formed. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Clearly I need to take a little nap or something. Forgive me. Guilt, your love isn't stemmed from the guilt, but your guilt is influencing how you're choosing to show up in love for others. Ooh, I hope that makes sense. Spirit, is there any other message that you have for Gemini? I'm getting that you really need to extend some grace to yourself, Gemini. Definitely, for sure. You've got the flowers here. It's a lot of pink, red. It's giving kind of just some compassion, okay? Some love. Maybe you need to work with the rose quartz crystal if you have one. Maybe wearing it through the month of February, um, reminding yourself that you also deserve grace. Okay? Like you also deserve grace. Okay? Spirit, what other messages do you have for Gemini? Ooh, this one flipped. Community. Community. You need to surround yourself right now in community. Okay? First, I want you to define what community means and is for you. But really, what does community mean to you? Okay? And think about what you would like to get out of a community. Think about previous forms or aspects of community that you've had. Why are some of those relationships still there? And why are some of them non existent anymore? Right? Because you also need to be intentional with your community. Okay? No one deserves to half step with you. All right? Or be like, half in, half out, right? Inconsistent of sorts. And there could be a part of you, right? That there's a part of you that could be holding on to that community, right? But is it the community that you need? So really take the time to sit with what community means to you, reflect on the types of community that you've had. Are some of those still standing? Or some of them are not? Why? Okay. And how is it all tied into being intentional with your relationships and how you move with those people? Okay. We have delight coming through. The light coming through. It's the little things. And you do see the pink flowers right here. There's a softness in this card. There's a tenderness. You are a beautiful, amazing, delightful individual. Okay. I get the feeling that people love being around you, that you bring out just like the fun in people, that you bring out a sort of safety as well in people. And right now, you are definitely being called to extend all of that energy to yourself. Okay? Spirit, what other messages do you have for? All right. You have forgiveness coming through. Okay? And you also have stillness coming through. We've already talked about forgiveness, primarily self forgiveness, right? There is something, and it's showing up twice at this point, that forgiveness word, okay, right here in the self love, stemming in self forgiveness, and then you have forgiveness right here. Forgiveness is the key to your freedom, it's the key to the intention, it's the key to the community, but from a healthy space and place, okay? There are some things that you are still unpacking or that you need to unpack, and that's okay. Give yourself the space to feel all of the things that you need to feel because it's necessary, okay? There's nothing wrong with loving, okay? I love, you know, I love hard myself, and I'm a very loyal individual. I show up for the people that I love and care about. Hell, even sometimes for the people I barely know, right? I'm just giving. But you do have to ask yourself, to a certain degree, if you don't necessarily always feel the best when you are giving, where is it coming from? Or if you get this feeling like, I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick here, right? What does that mean for you? And explore and sit with that. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Gemini? Other messages do you have for Gemini coming through? Light, cast, shadow, what I just heard. For those of you guys who don't know, if you don't know Gemini, I'm currently in the middle of a shadow work series, and I think it could be beneficial. One, I think it's beneficial for everyone to tap in, but specifically because of your reading, I think it could be beneficial for you all to tap and tune into that, okay? It is an 8-week series, and we break down the ins and outs of shadow work, okay? We have find your center coming through, okay? Stay true to you, call it to you, okay? I don't know. Maybe you've forgotten about yourself a little bit. Perhaps for some of you. See the beauty. Gratitude, the sacred is everywhere. Always, always, even in this space when it becomes heavy, just remember, operate in a space and place of gratitude, because at the same time, even though you maybe haven't forgiven yourself, you are such an amazing spiritual being, okay? Having a human experience, and, you know, that's something to be grateful and thankful for. Be grateful during this process for the feelings that you do feel. Be grateful for what you uncover, okay? Be grateful for being open, okay? We have see your seeds grow, okay? You are also in the season of shedding old skin, releasing what no longer is serving you, okay? Self forgiveness. Embrace the energy of peace, okay? Clear as day coming through for you guys. Let's pull from the tarot and see what your overall energy is for the month of February, Gemini. Spirit, what is Gemini's overall energy for the month of February? We have Wheel of Fortune coming through. If you don't know, now you know, Gemini. Okay? This is a process. Again, intention is simply allowing the will, okay, and the mind to align and move in harmony. We all go through cycles in life, okay? But you have fortune on your side, okay? You have spirit. Know that you are loved. You are loved, okay? Stop being so hard on yourself. But sit in this space right now, okay? Hold space for yourself to sit in this space and know that you deserve to be loved, to feel loved, and just really look at how you maybe some things that stem from a lack of self forgiveness have informed or created, or the impact that it has in your different various relationship dynamics. Okay, lovelies, that is all I have for you. If you, I hope you made it to the end of the video. If you did, hope this message resonated. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up. It's completely free and it helps the algorithm so I can reach even more people. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would love to have you join Parliament. Okay, I release content weekly, and I would love for you to join Parliament. Okay, leave a comment, and again, hit that notification bell so you know when I am posting um, in the future. All right, I'm sending peace, love, light to you guys. I'm going to love you and leave you now. Until next time.